Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I am going to share with you my most embarrassing thing ever. Okay, so I apologize in advance because my craft room is a really scary place right now. So I am just doing a quick walkthrough of what my craft room looks like as we prepare to move. And I'd like to say that this is all because we're about to move, and so things are all crazy, but unfortunately, we never really fully moved into this craft room when we moved in about a year ago, and I just never got things set up. So it's a little crazy in here. So forgive my giant mess, and don't think too harshly of me. Okay, so in my craft room, it's actually the room above the garage, and so the ceilings are slanted, and it makes it hard to have anything in here. So we've kind of got a random assortment of things going on. So that first bucket that I looked in was full of stuff for me to sell, things that I'm purging from my craft room. Here I've got my knockoff Razcog cart. It is not from IKEA. That one is actually from Target, but it's the same price point. And I went ahead and spray painted mine pink. And there is my horrifically dirty workspace. Right now it's piled up with junk because I've been going through things and sorting and trying to figure out what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of, and where it's going to go in the grand scheme of boxes. So there's a quick peek at my storage space back there, but holy cow, look at the floor. There's stuff everywhere. There's stuff for my baby. There's a whole lot of stuff. My husband's got a workspace over here too. That giant projector is actually for watching TV. This is actually my husband's childhood home that we have been living in, and his parents, well, mostly my brother-in-law, he had like a really involved setup with the projector so they could watch movies, and they kind of were using it as like a theater. And so it's still in here, and I actually just use it to let my toddler watch like Bob the Builder. So that's that. I have a serious paper problem, which you will see as we walk around the craft room. That stack on the floor was a giant pile of paper pads. Here is the beginnings of my organization with my paper. I'm trying to get things under control, and it's slowly getting there, but I'm not quite there yet. Up top, I have, these are perler beads. I use them to make my own enamel dots, so I have them all sorted up there. I have a ton more, but they haven't been sorted yet. So I also had some embellishments up there on the top. Again, this is my in-progress paper storage. And I'm sorry, I slowed down this video because it was a little bit, I don't know, vomit-inducing. I thought I was being nice and steady and slow, but I was not. So this is slowed down, so sorry it's a little choppy. So there's all the paper yet to be organized, and then down here underneath, voila, you guessed it, more paper. So all of those plastic tubs are filled with scrapbook paper. So like I said, I have a problem. And those bins down there are actually separated by category. So, you know, I've got like holidays, food, baby, wedding, I don't know, they're all separated by category. Okay, so that's a trash bag full of shirts that I want to turn into a blanket. Here I have more paper packs, imagine that. They're not in any type of order, I just put them all in there so that they were up off the floor. But I have tons and tons. This is what happens when you have a Tuesday morning close by to where you live. And they, of course, always have lots and lots and lots of paper, which is like $3 for 25 sheets or something like that. So I ended up with a ton. This is a giant stack of fabric. A lot of that is from stuff I used to make my youngest son's bedding for his room when he was born. Over here, I've got shaving cream that I used to make marbled paper. This whole bin here is full of background stamps, mostly from my favorite things because I have a small obsession, but I also do have some other brands, Hero Arts and that sort of thing. Right next to that, I have more paper, but this is 6x6 pads. So I put them all in this one bin so that they were easy to look at and get to. And then I have a couple from Joanne back there also. On top, that stack of papers that I was working on, it's kind of a in progress organization thing that I've got going on right now, which I'll share more about later. I'm not going to go through this whole IKEA unit, but I have a variety of things in the drawers. Mostly it's like adhesives and tools and things like that I use pretty frequently. Down there I've got all like my tape and dot rollers and glue sticks and all that. Okay, so here on the floor, I'm trying to get this under control, is a lot of ribbon. I have a whole lot of ribbon, so I'm trying to find some organization solutions for that on top of what I already have. And there was also a banner for when I do events like local craft fairs and things like that. So these file folders have more paper in it of the 8.5 by 11 variety. And I have them all color sorted in order, rainbow, whatever. So yeah, I have a lot of paper. I'm gonna try to fix that and downsize with the amount of paper that I have. In this clear bin right here, I have my larger stamps, so the ones that are not the 4x6 size, and I have those all labeled and put into stamp storage pockets and put in that clear bin. I got all these from Tuesday Morning once, and I have not organized them in any other sort of way other than to put them in that clear bin. Sorry for my finger there. I am just holding the camera after all. Okay, so up here I have these clear fridge bin things that I use to store my stamps, and I made these dividers with the labels for each brand using my laminator. The general idea for the stamp storage definitely came from Jennifer McGuire, so big shout out to her for all of her awesome ideas. Up top there is a card organizer that my husband made for me. We're going to paint it eventually, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So up there you can see just all the cards that I make. I put in there. I was trying to sort them by like theme or whatever, but they're not really sorted very well right now. And I'm going to make dividers for up there also, so that I know, like, if I'm looking for a birthday card, I just go to the birthday section and then there all my birthday cards will be. So that's that. This little thing here, this purple thing, it's pegboard. My husband made that for me also. It spins, and it's got like little hooks on it. I use it actually with, I take it when I go to craft shows and things like that and hang my wine bottle tags on them. So that's really handy. Okay, so more scrapbook paper on the floor. Again, I'm so sorry for all the mess. I can't even believe I'm sharing this, to be completely honest. So there is my sewing thing, little bag. In this clear bin, I've got lots and lots of embossing folders, and you can see I really need to vacuum the floor. There's lots of paper scraps everywhere. This little thing is something that my husband made in the very, very beginning days of my Etsy shop. It's like a sort of like a light box, but really makeshift. But you know what? It works, so who cares? This bin on top I use to store things that I'm giving away. So I've got a little collection in there right now, and definitely more things to add coming up. Under there I've got a microwave oven, which I use to melt perler beads to make my own enamel dots. Over here on this corner shelf I have like extra ribbons, the ribbon scraps, paint. There's so much stuff in this craft room, and I need to get it under control. Up there's extra foam pads and sponges for doing all kinds of stuff. This is like my main storage area. On top I have my washi tape storage, which I did a video on previously. I use a wine rack or a wine bottle holder with glass vases put in it to hold my markers. I've got a stack of embossing powders there in the middle. And then up top is my ink storage. My husband and I just made these out of foam board from the dollar store, and cut little grid marks in them to fit them all together, and it works so far. I would like to do something else, but for now it's okay. So these are all my Hero Arts shadow inks. I tried to sort them by color, but some of them, I don't know, when I use them, they get kind of mismatched and I don't put them back in the right place. And that is partially because I have not yet labeled them. I need to work on that. So that's that. And then at the bottom, I also have just my random inks. So the ones that I use pretty frequently are the Versamark Onyx Black, the Memento Tuxedo Black, and then of course the Watermark Stamp ink also. And here I have all of my Tim Holtz Distress inks with their foam blending pad for each color. And I have those labeled with the color ink that is inside, so it's easy and I can grab the exact color that I need. And then down below, I have not yet organized these or labeled them, I should say, but these are my Distress Oxides. It's the first 12. My second set of 12 is on order, but not here yet, so I have not gotten them yet, unfortunately. But that'll be one of my next projects, is to organize all my Distress Oxides also. Up top, I've got all of my Nuvo drops for making enamel dots, and also these Ranger enamel accents, which do the same thing, and then 2 little stamps. Then I have all of my buttons organized by color in tiny mason jars. Here I have a ring, or like a binder ring with stamped images from every color of shadow ink that I have. And then over here, that's my ink blending tool spinning rack. It's packed away, so they're all inside the box right now. And then up top, I'm using this spice rack storage thingy to hold my brads and eyelets. So I sorted them by color and put them in each their individual little shaker thing. This hot mess over here is just storage for papers that I use fairly frequently, sticker paper and that sort of thing. Oh my gosh, there's stuff everywhere. So this is just a quick pass through with my desk and how dirty it is. And down below, I've got some things that I use frequently, like my die cut machine, baby wipes. There's all kinds of stuff over here. I hope, if anything, this lets you know that not everybody has a perfect craft room, even people who are posting videos online all the time. Not everybody has a perfect craft room, I promise. There's my Copics and my Zig Clean color reels, and then my Clarity stencil brushes, and my Cricut mat that's just sitting out and should be put away because it's getting dusty, I'm sure, and unsticky. And there's my Cricut with my cute little logo on it. But yeah, so this is my horrific craft room right now. Sorry again for the blurry and kind of weird speed everything, but I just wanted to at least document how horrible my situation is right now, so that, number one, you might feel better about your situation, and number two, that when I look back, when I move and when I get things all set up, I can look back and be like, ooh, look what I was working with before and look what I have now. Oh, and this is the one thing I forgot, which is my husband made this for me also. It's just storage for my ribbons. Obviously, it's not big enough to hold all of the ribbons that I have, but it works. Yeah. So that's just a quick look at my craft room. I hope that you enjoyed seeing how disastrous things really are in my life right now. But yeah, so if you have any questions or anything, or any comments at all, or things that you'd like to see, or even suggestions, be sure to let me know, and maybe I can implement them in my new craft room once we move in the next couple weeks. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching and following along. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this. And I will try to do another video once I move into the new craft room. Have a great day.